Gentlemen, hold ground. We stand our ground. All right, sir. Who are you now? Who are you now? Be quiet, my friend. Who are you now? My friend, get out of here.
So I'm going to take us away a little bit from the whole funny aspect of Wike's drama and the fact that, okay, yeah, finally, Wike met more than his match, somebody who looked a bully in the eye and literally tore him down. Why be very respectful in a very respectful manner? So, you know, when you're like rude with courtesy, that was exactly what stood firm, stood down, looked down on Wike and let him know that, look, man, you're not going to come here and behave anyhow the way you used to behave. So beyond all of that is to you see the video that was played. Those are a little bit of like two profound moments. Just thinking about this thing, and also the fact that there's actually another video, another angle of the video where you could see there was real altercation, and I think that was where you heard that policeman that was speaking in Hausa. What he was saying was that what are you doing? Why are you getting in these people's fight? Me and you, we are hungry. You know, we're going when they steal money, they do what they want to do and all of that. You know, that kind of message that why do you want to meddle in their fight? And really, and then you see also where the officer Yerima was saying to his men, I actually wrote that down. Let me just look at exactly like the officer was saying. He said, gentlemen, hold your I hold ground. We hold our ground. And then you see when, of course, some of the entourage that Wiki had come with, when they were going, you know, well, I think one did something and he was like, who are you? Keep quiet, my friend. My friend, get out of here. You could see there's actually a serious tense moment. And where that policeman was saying, was speaking, those are very profound moments. There are moments in the history of a country or moments where things happen and we just look at them, we think it's just a past. And I'll give you an example. During NSAS protest, I have met a lot of people who said, you know, that video, that picture of me of mine that went viral, you know, when I raised up my hand, and a lot of people said that was when they said, you know what, enough is enough. That was what motivated them. And there were people who said because of that they stood their ground, even when subsequently things were below. Because I remember when people, the protesters had gone away, I looked around and I was sure to make sure that there was nobody around on the ground or something. And I just raised up my hand and I started walking. But for me, I've never seen those pictures. If there was someone who took those pictures who had shown my friend after we left, you know, on that the police used their caught one tires. All of us that parked our cars around there. So I had to take my car in. They were fixing it, and he showed her. But I never got to see it because I was, you know, as it is tear gas all over your face. You had inhaled something, and I already had throat issues, and so it was just a lot. So I just focused on fixing my car, and I never saw him, you know, publishing. I mean, whether he did, I'm only the one who never I saw them and I didn't take his contact. But many people in that protest would always, I've seen quite a number of them who said to me that was the reason why we decided to change and make it look, we're being defiant and stay on. So this thing that this officer Yerima has done, it might look, oh, okay, just did it. But you would don't be surprised. There are people who are going to get that their moment of defiance from this particular thing, you know, that has happened. And I've just been looking back at it beyond the banters, beyond everything, to say Wike literally put people's lives on the line. That was a very tense situation on an issue that should never have been. You understand? Never have been. You put people's lives on the line, both the soldiers, Both the police, DSS, himself, all the people are even probably bystanders, the workers, because if bullet had started flying, there is no one there would have been casualties. And it was too tense. And you saw the officer where he said, you know, gentlemen, hold your ground. We give no ground, or how did he put it? We hold our ground. They were ready for anything. And soldiers are not trained to wound. Soldiers are trained to kill. It's policemen that are trained to wound, not necessarily. Their first act is not to kill. The first act of a soldier when he picks that gun is to take you out. Simple. And he's doing his job. He's not saying you as a human being. It's not like oh empathy, human. He takes you out. That's what he's trained for. You understand? And at that moment, they were there to hold their ground. And we kept coming in that manner, in that way, and some of this thing. And even though, Wiki has that street smartness to know fear them body, to know when things were there. Initially, when I saw him hitting, he hit the DSS, one huge DSS. It looks like a DSS official, though anyway, I'm not sure of that, but all the signs are there. When he hit him, I was quarreling with him, telling him to back. I was like, oh, this is so disrespectful. The way, but now I see where Wiki was coming from. Wiki was coming from a place of fear, because those other ones were trying to do this. They think it's protesters that they are facing. The way they used to beat us. They used to beat us blue back. The only thing say we go do, but we go stand there, go they inhale the tear gas, or we just be walking away. So they know how to deal with the protesters, but they didn't know this ones are soldiers, because he was going and he saw that at that moment. I think you know he had done a wrong thing. He had miscalculated. I mean, bullets can fly. We probably would have been in a mortuary right now. And so he was hitting him and calling him back. And then he called, there was another one, he called them back. Because I saw that tense moment. Having said that, the other one is where those policemen were talking about why do you want to get in their fight? And they're stealing money, they don't give us. When they're looting, they don't give us. When they're spending, they don't give us. Me and you, we are hungry. The other one say, oh, well, we have gone to Meduguri. Eh, that's a profound message. If these people are listening, that's a profound message. One day there will be something. They continue on this path. There will be something that will lead to those policemen and women that are guarding them and they will turn against them. If they're listening, it's a profound message. Forget all the laughter and it's a profound message. It's a profound message. And I can tell you that's how it is. Many a protest when we are talking with police, they will tell us, we are with you. We are with you. It's just that we have to do the job. Whenever I see security agents, whether soldiers, police, even judges, I always look at them as the people, because as we are what always holding them accountable, right? As the people that are going to come out and be against me. Wallahi, the kind of love they show me, the kind of people me are wondering, are you not supposed to be saying, this woman, let's slap her face. You see, they are with you. Push it. Don't feel anything. We are da, da, da. It always surprises me, because most times they too are oppressed and they can't talk. A policeman can't protest, soldier can't protest. That's why when they see something when they protest, they will send some of them to come and do something. And most times when they want to attack, there are special ones that they used to bring. Those ones, their eye, they close eye, everything. Those are important things that should be taken away from that video. Imagine one day when those people will turn against you. What will you be? What will happen? The other thing I want to talk about also from this whole drama is the way where the military sort of have clamped together. Forget the usual esprit de corps, right? Forget the usual, oh, military will always come. There's a subtle message that is being sent. If you're discerning, you will feel it in some of the things being said, in how it is said, in how. No. As soon as that thing happened, Burate put out a message. Wallahi, if not the fact that newspaper published it, you understand? How do I put it now? There's some established media that old time media published it. So if it's a blog that carried it, I would never have, I would have taken it as fake news because it was so fast. As if he was waiting for the thing to happen. Immediately, a statement, Burate, asking how now, which Burate that you that I'm looking doing this thing. No, 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 the statement is out. No, 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 no. You see when the CDS spoke to that boy, no shaking. No, 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 Minister of Defense, Minister of Defense thing. This thing, this one. They have had to remove the bulldozer from that place. That tells you something is going on. Tells you something is going on. And anybody who has sense, if you are a government, not this legitimate government, they don't have sense. I hope they borrow themselves sense. That is something. Beyond that, also, is also on the issue of, you know, having all of this, coming together. If you really watch and if you're really a place where you're, like I said earlier, decided, so sorry about that, somebody just came in on me. So you are the place where you're discerning, you will see there's something subtle. Yeah. So it's not just just statement. I know for us, we know we are yabbing. It's been this, it's been that. I'm sorry, this video is going to be a bit long, but there's something for me. I'm just that there's something. There's something. Let me look for. There was a particular message. I hope I'm able to find this message. I don't know where someone had done a tweet. And he said he was just talking about something, different, not necessarily this one. The rate at which all of these things, you see this thing happening, it's a bit wanker. But anyway, let me just paraphrase what that tweet, which is very instructive. That Tinubu decided to remove an elected governor and put it a military administrator in a place where, in a continent where military takeovers have been going on. That was foolish. That was, when people don't take up the repercussion of something, give him 6 months to go there. It took years to take military out of power. When Obasanjo came, that thing that Obasanjo did, every military man that had ever occupied the political space, he retired there. That was profound. That was sense. To say, we don't want anybody, any one of them that takes power. Because at the end of the day, eh, military is powerful. If it decides, it's just that the people will stand. It is not a thing. I see some people romanticize cool, military rule is the most useless of who you can make up. I say you know get mouth. They wake up one day say decree, finish. It starts. Enforce immediately. You do anyhow, soldier will beat you. You see that soldier when he said I'm talking, policeman is talking. No, he didn't even say policeman. Because if he said policeman, that means he was referring to that policeman. He said I'm talking, policemen are talking. My dear, we are not on the table. We are many. Imagine bloody civilians. They call us civilians. They say they mobilize civilians now before you say engineer. Talk like police, they say, I'm talking, policemen are talking. Is it you and me that they are talking, will not be talking? They will take us do shawarma. Wrap us, put us inside, wrap us. You know how they do shawarma, right? Wrap us like this, finish. I'm telling you. So honestly. There are so many things. So it's beyond the laughter and everything. Anyway, sure. There are quite a number of things, you know. But no wahala. Nigeria must work in our lifetime by the grace of God. For me, that's it. That's it. It must work in our lifetime by the grace of God. If those who are destroying Nigeria are not giving up, Those who want Nigeria to work have no business with me. Thank you very much.